Good morning. Go ahead and hit that share button first and foremost. Then hit that like button. And if you are watching this on YouTube, then you must hit subscribe. And if you're not watching it on YouTube, then you need to head on over to YouTube and hit the subscribe button. Do that, and I'll be right back. And I'm back. And I'm ready. I have one of my favorite listeners request that I wear the sunglasses. So, sunglasses, it is. All right. So if you haven't hit that share button, go ahead and do that now. If you are a part of the replay gang, then let me know where you are tuning in from regardless. And let me know what is the best thing that hit you this morning. And we're going to get our show started.
The enigmatic entrepreneur whose words will make you sure. Know, trust, and believe. The master teacher has come to help you succeed. The gem dropper, the truth speaker, the voice in the universe that will bring you to your highest peak. Welcome to the Get High on Motivation show with Mimi the Motivator, your favorite motivator's favorite motivator.
Go on and dance with me. I know you feel it. You feel it. You feel it. Hey, hey, hey. And if you haven't hit that share button, you still got time. Do it now. Do it now, love bug. Get it in. Come on. Let's grow the family. Good morning, good afternoon, and good evening, love bugs. It is your favorite motivator's favorite motivator, Mimi the Motivator, and this is the Get High on Motivation show. So get ready to get high on motivation. Yeah, whatever that means, right? I am not just a motivator, and you're not just going to get filled up on motivation, because motivators, they just, pump you up and send you on out the door. That's not what I came to do. I came to empower you, okay? It should be get high on empowerment. But what we're going to do is we're going to learn together. We're going to grow together. So wherever you are tuning in from, I want to thank you for joining me live. And if you are watching or listening to this later, thank you as well. I love you all. Today, we are going to be talking about whether or not your why is strong enough. But before we get into that, we'll do as we always do, which is read my tea bag. So my tea bag this morning says, your actions prove your greatness. Your actions prove your greatness. Not your mouthpiece, not what you're talking about, not your commercials, not your ads, not your Instagram posts. None of that proves your greatness. What proves your greatness is the results that you can provide for someone. If you're an entrepreneur, that's what you really need to be focused on. People aren't buying my coaching program. People are buying an opportunity to be held accountable, to break barriers, to smash their goals. Not a coaching program. You have to know what it is that you're selling and what it is that people are buying. People are buying results. And even if somebody's just in a romantic relationship with you, they want results. They didn't get involved with you to just remain the same and to be stagnant. They aligned with you so they can have some fun in life and so they could build, possibly. So think about that. Your actions prove your greatness. So what are your actions looking like right now? So if your life is not so great, that means probably your actions haven't been so great, or you haven't been consistent in your action. We have to be consistent in our actions. Right now, me and my team at the Minority Mastermind, we are on a 90-day challenge of pushing towards something. Everybody has to do one something for the next 90 days consistently. I don't care what it is. One of my homegirls on the team, she is meditating for 3 minutes a day. And that might not sound like a lot to you and I. And it might sound like too much for somebody. But it's what she's committed to. So what can you be committed to for the next 90 days? This year is not over. We still can end with a bang. So what is it that you even set out to accomplish at the beginning of the year that you haven't even began on? And that's okay. Don't judge yourself. Give yourself some slack. But it is not about having goals, and it's not about accomplishing our goals. What it's really about is taking action. Having some KPIs, key performance indicators. Because as long as you are taking action and taking steps towards your goal, then you're good. It's not about accomplishing the goal. It's about who you become in the goal. It's about the things that you gain along the way, the things that you create along the way. Your actions prove your greatness, is what my tea bag says. My tea bag knows everything. That's why I always share the tea bag, all right? So I want to shout out to Coach on Clubhouse for joining me, and everybody that out there in YouTube and Facebook world. Hey, y'all. Hey. So I am definitely just really loving this food for thought this morning because it is tremendous. It is exactly what I think I needed to hear. Because if there's something that I want to change, if I want to change my finances, if I want to change my relationships, I have to change my actions in those areas. It's not for somebody else to do. The change begins with you. The greatness begins with you. And you don't have to be great to start, but you do have to start to be great. So what is it that we can start doing? What actions can we start today so that way we can ensure, if nothing else, a prosperous 2022? And if you're really interested in having a prosperous 2022, then send me a message so I can get you a ticket to the planning and prepping for a prosperous 2022. That is a masterclass that is going on later on this month, and I will definitely get you hooked up with a discount because you need to be there. This is important. Our new year doesn't begin when we get there. We need to complete our new year before it begins. Just like we need to complete our week or complete our day before it begins. And what that means is mapping it out, visualizing how it's going to go. So it's not always about having a calendar and knowing when you're going to be where, but it's also about taking that time to close your eyes and to open up your first eye and to visualize yourself doing those actions. Do you know how many athletes use this tactic? That's how Olympians are Olympians. They see themselves winning. They see themselves taking the actions, moving their body, programming their mind for the win. We have to program ourselves for the win. We have to program ourselves for a winning new year. We have to program ourselves for a winning new month. We still got December to go. So if you haven't planned out December, then you got plenty of time. Let's make it happen. What are you going to do in December? What actions are you going to take? But most importantly, what action are you going to take today? It doesn't take a long time to work towards your goals and dreams. If you spent 5 minutes a day towards your goals and dreams, you'll be a lot closer than you've been if you haven't taken any steps. Thinking that you need so much time or you need something, you need another certification, you need another piece of paper for somebody to say that you can do what you said you can do. No, ma'am. No, sir. Not at all. We just have to start taking action. A baby doesn't learn how to walk by just sitting there watching other people walk around. A baby learns how to walk by getting up, testing out its balance, getting that under control. And once it's got balance, then the baby starts trying to take some steps and it falls, it stumbles, it does all these things, but the baby doesn't give up. That's for damn sure. But we learn how to do something by taking action. We become better at something by taking action. You can read a book as much as you want to. But if you don't take the actions that the book is telling you to do, why are you reading the book? What's the point? If you're reading Think and Grow Rich or The Science of Getting Rich or any of these books, Rich Dad, Poor Dad, it doesn't matter. Follow what the book says, at least while you're reading it. Whether you believe in the results or not, take actions towards what it is that you desire. Because when you start taking action, guess who else starts taking action? Your universe. Your universe starts taking action. But the universe is not going to start taking action first. You got to make the first step. It says, seek and you shall find. Ask and you shall receive. Knock and the door will be open. It means that we have to take a first step. We have to take action. So love bug, start taking action towards what it is that you desire. And I'm going to sip my tea. Is your why strong enough? For a long time, my why was my Grammy because I wanted to make sure that my Grammy was straight. I wanted to make sure that she was provided for, whether her spouse provided for her or not. I wanted to make sure that she had property and she had land and she had things that belonged to her and not to her spouse, because in her past, she didn't own things. She owned a whole bunch of purses and shoes and a beautiful wardrobe. But as far as real assets, my Grammy didn't have much of that. She has some financial assets, but she didn't own other things or things that will be income generating, any of that kind of stuff. And so I thought it was my job to make sure that she's okay. She was my why for a very long time. But fortunately and unfortunately, call it what you want, her spouse passed away. And so now my Grammy is okay. My Grammy has money in the bank. My Grammy has a house that is for her, that she can do what she wants to do, and I love it. So now I need a new why. But that let me know really that my why probably wasn't strong enough in the beginning. I used to think that my why was my community, and it is. But I moved away from that, and that was a much stronger why. My why was that I was in college, I was in graduate school getting my MBA. And I was homeless. How did this happen to me? That's the only thing I really wanted to know is, how did this happen to me? They said I was smart. I got a degree in mathematics. I ran out of classes to take. They ran out of stuff to teach me. That's how good at math I was. So my teacher told me that women in math make a lot of money. Where's my money? And then why am I homeless? Why is this happening to me? Because I didn't have a strong enough why. Our why can't just be material things. It can't just be money. Because that's not enough. Because if you do it just for the money, that means you'll do something strange for a piece of change. In real time. What is your why? What is your why? What hurts you? WHY. What hurts you? Your why should be so strong, and I hate to shit on you, but our why must be then. Let's say that. Our why must be so strong that it can make you cry. If it's not strong enough to make you cry, then your why is not the right why. If your why is just to get a big house and a fancy car, baby, that why is little and minimal. And it will only take you so far. You have to even consider, if you're an entrepreneur or starting a side hustle, why are you doing it? Just to make money? You ain't gonna last no time, I bet. If you do anything just for the money, it's not gonna work. Now, if you're doing it for time, money, freedom, then that's something completely different. Mimi, what's time, money, freedom? Time, money, freedom is when you have the time and the money to do whatever it is that you desire to do with no worries, no burdens attached to it. See, some people out here have a whole lot of money in the bank, but have no time to enjoy it. They have no time to be with their family. They have no time to reap the rewards that they have fought for, have worked and bled and sweated for. Then there's people who have all the time in the world, but they ain't got a dollar to their name. So they're almost just as miserable at times. They might seem free because they can do and be wherever they want to be, but they also are missing some things that can make them feel a little more solid, a little more stable, a little more confident possibly. But when you have time and money to do whatever it is that you would like to do, to be wherever you desire to be, that's the real deal. Time, money, freedom. What is your why? Your why needs to make you cry. What hurts you? What hurts me is that not only was I in graduate school working on my MBA and homeless, but I also had custody of a teenager. How embarrassing is that for her? How traumatizing was that for her? I could only imagine. What's your why? I don't ever in my life want to see a young lady live the life that I lived. I never want to see a little girl grow up the way that I grew up, where I was moving house to house. I never knew when we were going to have to pack our bag. We didn't know what man's house we were going to be living at. That's my why. My why is because my dad, who did join middle class America and looked like he was living the life, was really miserable, slick. So he had the things, he had the stuff. He even has had the pretty wife, all of that. He's had everything that people think they want. But he didn't have peace. Peace is beyond everything. What is your why? What will make you get out of the bed whether you feel like it or not? It's not your job. A lot of people are going to a job and going to a 9-to-5 because their why is, oh, I got to pay some bills. That is not a strong enough why. Your why cannot be attached to just money. It needs to be attached to livelihood. It needs to be attached to something that goes beyond you. Your why has to be bigger than you. Who is your why? Is your why your family? Is your why your children? Is your why your community? My why is my community. Because I never want to see somebody who looks like me live the life that I had to live to get to where I am today. Now, I wouldn't trade in any of my yesterdays. Guaranteed. But there, of course, are some days and some times and some moments and some experiences that I would have rather done without. But I appreciate them all because it makes the Mimi the Motivator that you are watching or listening to right now. I needed all those struggles. I needed all those challenges. I needed all those obstacles. Because that let me know whether or not my why was strong enough. Because when your why is ironclad strong, it doesn't matter what comes against you. You will still push forward. You will still persevere. Because your why is strong. Your why is going to continuously push you. What is your why, love bug? Have you figured it out? What is your why? Not the glitzy, glittery why. But what is the gold that has to go through the fire? Why? What is your why? What hurts you? What will pull you? What would you do if money didn't exist? Or if you didn't have to even worry about money? What would be the problem that you would want to solve? Either in your own life, in your family's life, in your community's life, in your culture's life, in your country's life, whatever it is. Your why, like I said, has to be bigger and beyond you. What is your why? And I'm going to keep asking you because you need to keep challenging yourself on what your why is. When we challenge our why, it gives us an opportunity to strengthen our why. If you never challenge your why, then your why might make you be in a comfortable position. And we know nothing happens in a comfortable zone. At least not growth. At least not success. All that stuff happens outside the comfort zone. So what why do you have that's strong enough to make you step outside your comfort zone? What is the why that is strong enough to make you put your ego in your back pocket and do what you need to do? To swallow your pride and say, listen, I don't have time to worry about what somebody else thinks or what somebody else is looking at or talking about or what their comments are or not, whether they follow me or not follow me. I got work to do. I have a vision to fulfill. I have a mission. And my mission is possible because I'm possible. What is your why? What's going to make you get up and feel like no matter what, no matter who, boo, I got work to do and I'm going to get it done. You're not going to stop me. Nothing's going to stop me. What is that why for you? Who is that why for you? It's not about when. It doesn't matter when. What matters is why. It doesn't matter how. Too many of us are worried about the how. How are we going to make it happen? That's not your part. What is your why? What is your truest, deepest desire? What is the biggest thing that is tugging on your heartstrings? What is the thing that you can't stop thinking about? No matter what you do, you get sidetracked with jobs and projects, side hustles and side boos. But what is that thing that you really wish you could do something about that you don't even feel capable of doing something about? What is that thing? Because that's probably your why. You probably just haven't believed in yourself enough to know that you are the one. I'm going to guess that you think that you may not be strong enough yourself and that you need somebody. If you need anybody to do what it is that you came to do, that person will show up. You don't have to look for them. The seeking that we really have to do is not a seeking with our eyes, not with our carnal vision. It's more of a seeking with our first eye, with our mind's eye, with our conscience. See, our subconscious can do some magic tricks that we can't do nothing with, that we can't do nothing about. We need to tap into that power. And what will help us tap into that power is our strong why. Because our subconscious mind listens to emotion, to strong emotion. And we have some strong emotions surrounding something, and the universe is like feeling like, hey, I'm ready. What's up? The universe gets riled up. Because the universe is ready. I'm trying to tell you, the universe is in your corner. Your universe is like your big blue magic genie standing behind you looking like your bodyguard, like ready, like what's up? Who wants some? Do you want some, love bug? Would you like more in life? Would you like more out of your relationships? Would you like more out of your business? Would you like more out of your money? More out of your bank account? More out of your investments? If you do, then first of all, you tuned into the right show. Second of all, I'm going to go on and do a shameless plug and say, hey, you need to join me for my coaching program. We're getting started. We're about to get this thing started. We are changing, transforming. The name of the program is Unlock the Next Level of You. 90 days of removing barriers, accountability, and transformation. 90 days, boo. You got it in you. You can commit to yourself for 90 days. You can do it. Really, it ain't about whether you can or not. It's not even about will you. It's about that you must. We've come to that point in our lives, love bug, where we must do things. Ain't no more shoulding on ourselves. Turn your shoulds to must and watch what happens. Stop saying I should have did this or I could have did this. What will you do, or what are you going to do now? Right here, right now. Claim it and name it now. Speak it into existence, whether you're doing it or not. I am going to start exercising every day. I am going to start sending out an email marketing blast once a week. What is it? That's what goes back to our strong why. When you got that strong why, the hows will just come to you. You'll be flooded with ideas on how to make something happen. You might even come up with so many ideas, you're like, oh, I don't even know which way to go. And that's a good thing. That means you have options. Because don't stop at one spot. Don't stop with one try. That's why our why has to be strong. That why is our subconscious fuel. N is our conscious carrot in front of our face. We know we have to do this. You have to be the own monkey on your back. You don't need nobody else to tell you what you need to do. You know what you need to do. You don't even need me to tell you what I'm telling you now. I'm just here to confirm it and to remind you. That's all. And to remind myself as well. Like I always tell you all, we're in this together. You are not alone. You're not the only one with problems. You're not the only one with challenges. We all have challenges. We all have things that have come against us that really have come for us to make us strong. We need that resistance. Sometimes the universe got to put a little resistance on us to make sure we're strong. Because we got to get strong. And we got to get stronger. Because what the universe is about to deliver through you and to you, you have to be strong enough to receive it. You have to be strong enough to maintain it and to carry it. Are you strong enough to carry your vision out? Are you strong enough to accomplish the mission? To see it to the end? I know you are. That's why we're here. I believe in you. If don't nobody else believe in you, I believe in you. And I believe in you whether I have ever met you in person or not. I believe in you. I believe in you because you took the time to invest these 30 minutes into yourself. This ain't about me. This is about you. About you growing you. You investing in you. You pouring energy into yourself. You pouring the right type of messages into yourself so that way you can program yourself for greatness, for higher levels of greatness. I don't care what you have accomplished in life. You can accomplish more. You are worthy of more. You are destined for more. So open yourself to receive that more. Trust yourself to receive the more. Trust that you'll be able to take care of the blessings. Trust yourself that you can accomplish the mission. Trust that you have chosen a strong enough why to drive you to the finish line. Okay? I think we've talked enough. What do you think? All right, quick metaphysics. Mind, body, spirit medicine is what I like to call it. So, you ever had any trouble with your middle finger? What does that middle finger represent? What do us Americans use our middle finger for? What words does it mean for us? F you, right? When you're having trouble with that middle finger, whether you have sprung your middle finger, dislocated your middle finger, or it's got that little trigger finger deal where it's stuck, that middle finger is related to your anger around sexuality. Ain't that crazy? That middle finger, that F-U finger is trying to tell you that you probably need to go F somebody. Possibly. Even if you got to F yourself, do what you got to do. But be okay with your sexuality. Be okay with exploring your sexuality. Don't allow this narrow-minded society to decide what's okay for you in your bedroom. That's totally up to you. And you should enjoy yourself in life, in every area of life, including the bedroom. And if you're not doing that, then make it your business, especially if you are in a relationship with someone. When you are not connecting with your lover, when you all are not touching, and that's what I mean by connecting, because you need to connect spiritually, you need to connect mentally, and you need to connect physically, even if it is just a touch, even if it is just a foot on the leg while y'all sleep. Make sure that you are getting intimacy in your life. Be intimate with yourself. Make love to yourself so that way when somebody shows up, you know what they need to come with. But know that our fingers, period, are attached to the details in life. When we're worried about details in life, usually it's got to do with some type of anger. But depending on the finger is what it's telling you. So that middle finger, that painful middle finger is trying to tell you that you need to get a little bit more loving in your life, or you might need to explore your sexuality more. So I want to thank everybody for tuning in to today's show. I'm sure this had to be the best 30 minutes of your life. So make sure you come back next week. I'll be here same place, same time. No matter where you are watching this or listening to this, I'll be here for you. Catch the replays on all those music streaming apps out there. Make sure you hit a subscribe button, add to the collection button, whatever button you need to hit. But the most important button that I ask that you do is that you hit the share button. Don't keep me the motivator to yourself. Don't be stingy, boo. But I definitely want to see you back next week. I love you. Be happy. Be healthy. Be you. I'm out.